Tonight, we start off by taking a look at Fall Oaks applications and our SGA and involvement updates for the week. Then we'll inform you about the College of Education and College of Nursing working to get funding to address student mental health, as well as the 12th annual fashion event. We'll also take a look nationally by updating you on deadly storms that devastated the southern U.S. and the LA school strike ending in a new contract deal. Finally, you'll get an Auburn sports update and the pet of the week. All of that and more is coming up next on Eagle Eyes Monday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Kelis McGhee.
And I'm Wetzel.
Here's a great opportunity for anyone looking to get involved on campus, or for those of you who might be interested in public relations and marketing. The Oaks Agency, or TOA, is now accepting new member applications for the fall 2023 term until April the 1st. The Oaks Agency is a student-run public relation firm that works to build student leadership, social media management, public relations writing, graphic design, and photography skills by working with local clients in the Auburn-Opelika area. Some of these clients include CrossFit on the Plains, Auburn School of Communication and Journalism, Opelika Pickleball Club, Charmley Plus Company, Pilates on the Plains, Auburn Public Relations, Louder's CEO, and Hornsby Farms, and Food for You. The Oaks Agency is the perfect opportunity for students interested in a career in public relations, but is open to all majors and ages. For more information, visit the Oaks Agency website or follow their Instagram at the Oaks Agency.
Now we turn to Julianne Lozano, the Auburn SGA Vice President, for our weekly update on what the Student Senate is working to improve on Auburn's campus. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Julianne Lozano and I serve as the SGA Vice President. This week at Senate, legislation was presented on the floor to confirm the Senate committee chairheads and the SGA's Assistant Vice President positions within Cabinet. These positions are more commonly known as the AVPs. They serve directly under the executive team and handle projects from athletics to feedback and assessment to marketing. The people appointed into this position attended Senate and got to converse with their Senate counterparts before the conclusion of the meeting. War Eagle, and we'll see y'all next week with the Senate recap.
Searching for some fun campus activities this week? We'll look no further. Involvement Ambassador Bailey Blake is here to give you the scoop on all the activities and events you can get involved with on campus.
Here we go, guys. My name is Bailey Blake and I'm here with your involvement update. UPC has lots of events planned this week. On Monday, March 27th, they're having a Crafts and Cheese event on Cater Lawn at 4 p.m. They're also hosting a spring fair on Friday, March 31st from 7 to 10 on the campus green. And then on Saturday, April 1st, they're having an esports tournament in the Mountain Student Center ballroom and game room. The game room on the first floor of the Mountain Student Center has also officially opened, so be sure to stop by and see all the new and exciting improvements. Bama Food Drive kicks off the SEC Food Fight on Friday. Be sure to check out social media to see how you can help food insecurity in our community. They're also hosting a pickleball tournament to help kick off the food fight on Saturday at 4 p.m. at the new rec pickleball courts. ISO is hosting their social hour every Friday at 4 p.m. in the Mountain Student Center 3rd floor lobby. Be sure to check it out, meet some new friends, and enjoy some delicious food. My last update I have for today is to be sure to check out organization days on Haley Concourse every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to stay up to date on ways you can get involved throughout the semester. And just as a reminder, AU Involve has information about everything going on around campus, so I encourage y'all to check that out for more involvement opportunities. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to an involvement ambassador at involve@auburn.edu. Thanks guys, and War Eagle.
When we return from this short break, we'll tell you all about the College of Education and College of Nursing working to get funding to address student mental health. Then you'll hear about the 12th annual fashion show. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Auburn's College of Education and College of Nursing are working together to increase mental health services in rural Alabama schools. After receiving a grant award of over $300,000 from the U.S. Department of Education and nearly $3 million in expected funding over 5 years, the School Counseling Integrated Program, or SCIP, will be created. This program will work to approach K through 12 student mental health in a new way, focusing on rural and medically underserved children, families, and communities in eastern Alabama and surrounding counties. They will also have a significant impact on multilingual students in Alabama with the inclusion of ESOL teachers. Auburn will work with the school counseling graduate students so they will be able to meet the growing mental health needs in high-need rural Alabama schools.
Auburn University OID, or Office of Inclusion and Diversity, is working with the Muslim Student Association, or MSA, to host the annual Fastathon on April the 7th in the Student Activity Center. The Fastathon will celebrate Ramadan, the holiest month on the Islamic calendar. Everyone is welcome to participate in the fasting, and for each participant, MSA will donate $10 to the Food Bank of East Alabama. There will be a dinner at 6:30 p.m. and will feature guest speaker Nayet Ahmad. For more information about Auburn's events and initiatives and other cultural recognition, visit OID's Instagram and sign up for their newsletter set to return later this spring.
Listen up, music fans, because a new 4,000 square foot music recording studio is on its way to the Plains. This studio is dedicated to the music education program at Auburn, launched in 2019 with a new music composition and technology degree, followed by a new commercial music degree in 2020. Music industry giant Yamaha is fascinated by the Auburn music program and the new facility, so much so that they decided to publish an article about the studio.
This year's 12th annual The Fashion event, held by the College of Human Sciences, has tickets on sale now. The event will take place on April the 14th at 6 p.m. in Beard Eves Memorial Coliseum. Apparel design and merchandising, students will be hosting the event named the 12th Hour, which is celebrating finding harmony in opposing ideas through the elements of design. The fashion event is one of the top college-level productions in the nation. It will feature mounted exhibits, e-portfolios, visual merchandising vignettes, and interior design projects along with the runway show, all planned and executed by apparel students enrolled in a year-long course. Tickets will sell quickly, with general admission being $20, while VIP seating costs $75, each with guaranteed VIP runway seating and a reception. AU student admission costs $10 each, and premium seating costs $50. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit aub.ie/fashion event. When we come back, we'll inform you on deadly storms that devastated the southern U.S. and the LA school strike ending in a new contract deal. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
The White House has released a statement after 6 people, including 3 children, were killed in a school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, according to local authorities. The attack took place this morning at a private Christian school with children ages 12 and under. Police say they engaged and killed the shooter, who was a 28-year-old woman who may have been a former student. The dead include 3 children, 3 staff members, and the shooter. The White House press secretary gives President Biden's statement following the shooting.
We're seeing the heartbreaking news of another shooting of innocent school children, this time in Nashville, Tennessee. The president has been briefed on this situation, and our team is in contact with DOJ and local officials about what is known so far. We want to express the president's appreciation for the first responders and prayers for all the families affected by this shooting. While we don't know yet all the details in this latest tragic shooting, we know that too often our schools and communities are being devastated by gun violence. Schools should be safe spaces for our kids to grow and learn, and for our educators to teach. As you all know, President Biden has taken more action than any president in history on gun safety, from nearly two dozen actions, including the executive order he just signed last month, or this month, pardon me, to the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act legislation he signed into law after the tragedies in Uvalde and Buffalo. He also believes it's not enough. We must do more, and he wants Congress to act, because enough is enough.
After violent storms killed 26 people and injured dozens in the South, communities that were severely impacted or destroyed are beginning the long cleanup process. Ivan Rodriguez reports on work to rebuild from the ground up.
This neighborhood in Rolling Fork, Mississippi was almost completely flattened, and now dozens of neighbors don't have a place to call home. The cleanup process is continuing today, as well as tree removal services.
Say, like a lazy Susie of a smoker.
Even though Joshua Haynes can't do much to physically build back the city of Rolling Fork, Mississippi, it didn't stop him from wanting to help a community in pain, one meal at a time.
I told my wife yesterday, hey, we ought to just go cook for him.
Haynes and his friends weren't the only ones wanting to help. It's the kind of gesture those who lost everything could appreciate.
And I can't find anything at all.
For Erwin Macon,
Really can't recognize most of this stuff.
everything he had was taken in an instant when the tornado that tore through this trailer park also claimed his home.
A lot of people are in a whole lot worse shape than I am. You know, losing everything, one thing, but being injured, some loss of life.
Loss of life reportedly, including a couple who died when the tornado flung a nearby semi-truck into their home.
But I know that they're in heaven right now. And I was told that they passed away in each other's arms.
A new satellite image showing the deep scar through the town left by the tornado, a catastrophe that will be felt for a long time.
There's nothing here. There's nothing here but a lot of wood, bricks, and rubbish. There's nothing here.
The director of FEMA says right now, the greatest issue is housing everyone whose home was lost or damaged. In Rolling Fork, Mississippi, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
The spring break travel rush is on, and the surge in demand is raising concerns as the industry continues to struggle with staffing shortages and aviation incidents. CNN's Pete Muntean has more from Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia.
Spring break travel is soaring back to normal and renewing worry that your flight could be canceled. Meltdowns plagued the FAA in January, Southwest Airlines over the holidays, and industry-wide last summer.
The air travel system is under great stress.
The Federal Aviation Administration is already warning of a shortage of air traffic controllers that could cause increased delays at New York's 3 major airports this summer. There, a key air traffic control facility is at only 54% staffing.
We're seeing it with delays. We're seeing it with cancellations, and that is leading some travelers to say, you know what, I would travel more if we could fix that air travel experience.
The latest figures from travel site Hopper show many travelers are concerned about flight disruptions. 20% of Hopper's spring break travelers are buying extra trip protection. That's on top of rising airfare, up 4%, Hopper says, compared to 2019.
They were quite pricey this time of year, I guess, due to spring break and due to what's going on in the economy.
They go up one day, they go down the next day. Just be diligent, be on point, and when you see that good price you want, hit the button.
Even still, industry figures say 158 million Americans will fly for spring break. That's an average of 2.6 million travelers each day.
We're expecting this spring break to likely break records for number of travelers who are getting out there and how much they're spending, given the huge demand coming out of the pandemic.
The top destinations: Las Vegas, Orlando, Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Miami, where the airport says demand is 20% higher than 2019. So high that officials are asking you to show up 3 hours before a domestic flight instead of the typical 2 hours.
There are very few off-peak times right now for us. We have been the best alternative to leaving the country since COVID.
When we come back, we'll give you the sports update from last week with Chandler McDougal. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chandler McDougal with your Auburn Sports Update. Starting with the biggest news from the weekend, Auburn Equestrian won their 5th straight SEC title. The top-seeded Tigers took down number 4 South Carolina on Friday, 13-7 to advance to the finals. And on Saturday, the team defeated number 2 Texas A&M to claim the conference title. Next up for the equestrian team is the NCEA Championship that will be held April 13th through the 15th in Ocala, Florida. Auburn will serve as the host. Auburn baseball got back into winning ways after being swept by Arkansas last week. The Orange and Blue hosted Georgia for a 3-game series and clinched the series on Thursday's game and Friday's game 6-3. The Tigers did not sweep the series, falling to the Bulldogs on Saturday 24-7. Next up for Butch and Company is a road trip, first to North Alabama for a matchup tomorrow night, and then a series against Florida in Gainesville. That's all we have for you tonight. Make sure to stay up to date with all things Auburn sports by visiting our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, by following on Twitter at EETV_sports. I'm Chandler McDougal, and we will be right back.
Keanu Reeves returned to the big screen with a bang this weekend as John Wick Chapter 4 set a box office record for the franchise. Rick DeMagella has a look at the film.
I have you for 2 nights? Depending on business, it may be more. Of course, sir.
Lance Reddick appears in all 4 John Wick films as the concierge of New York's The Continental Hotel.
How good's your laundry? No one's that good.
Reddick passed away on March 17th. Just 2 weeks prior, I sat down with him and Ian McShane to talk about John Wick Chapter 4.
What's so exquisite for me is that the world that was created in the first one, that you only get a glimpse of because you just see the Continental, keeps getting expanded and you see more and more of it, and why it is the way that it is and what the rules are. And so it's the fact that it keeps getting bigger without losing the quality is what's so amazing to me.
How good to see you again so soon, Mr. Wick.
I was curious to know if the actors find it easy to get back into character for each film. Reddick's response was bookended by some good-natured humor from McShane.
For me, no. I have trouble. I have to find it again. Fortunately,
it's much more difficult as an actor to work with than I am. That's all
I mean, Keanu would talk to me, so, because I'm so difficult too.
It's very difficult.
Mr. Wick is on his way to see you, sir.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick DeMagella.
While one animal breaks free, another finds itself stuck in some very thin ice. And did you know that one of the planets in our atmosphere takes 84 years to rotate around the sun? Well, you will after watching today's Take a Look at This.
Here's something you don't see every day. A zebra was spotted roaming the streets of Seoul, South Korea Thursday after it escaped from a local zoo. Social media posts showed the animal making a run for it through the town before police and fire officials were eventually able to corral the animal into an alley. Zoo staff administered several muscle relaxants before loading it into a truck and returning it to the zoo. Better luck next time, buddy. From a zebra on the run to a moose, well, stuck. After being alerted by her barking dogs to something outside, a woman was shocked to discover a moose trapped in some ice behind her home in Wetzel, Alaska. Luckily, her son and his friends sprang into action using a truck and some tow straps. They pulled the exhausted animal out of the freezing water.
Kind of started rubbing her a little bit and warming her up and trying to bring her back and get her blood circulating.
After leaving the moose with some food and a blanket, they checked back on her later, and thankfully, she was up and eating from the trees. Finally, if you thought Earth was the only planet with changing seasons, you thought wrong. Just check out these amazing images seen from NASA's Hubble telescope. The first images capture the changing ice conditions on Uranus as it rotates around the sun. It has an 84-year orbit, which means part of the planet is without sun for 42 years. The second set of pictures shows the amazing seasonal changes that happen on planet Jupiter in just 2 months. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
everyone, meet our new pet of the week, Milo. This handsome fella has been waiting too long, over 140 days to find his forever family, and we aren't quite sure why. He loves playing with his doggy friends and has been doing super well with the cats in his foster home. He's the perfect combination of playful and chill and promises to be the best companion for you in the years to come. He loves to play fetch and go on long walks with his foster family. Milo is a loyal companion who always greets his loved ones with a big sloppy kiss. He enjoys snuggling up on the couch for a good nap and has a playful spirit that brightens up any room. He's 2 years old, neutered, and vaccinated, and his adoption fee is just $25. Apply online for him today. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Kelis McGhee.
And I'm Nicholas Wetzel. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle!